In March 2008, the body of 52-year-old real estate tycoon Victor Langston was discovered in his home office at his sprawling estate in Willow Creek, California. The investigation that followed uncovered a web of deceit, betrayal, and a scandal that rocked the small, affluent town to its core. At the heart of it all was Victor's wife, Isabella Langston, and her affair with their charismatic yoga instructor Julian Vega. What began as a secret romance spiraled into a tale of jealousy, revenge, and ultimately murder. Willow Creek was a picturesque town known for its rolling hills, luxury estates, and tight-knit community. Among its elite was Victor Langston, a self-made millionaire who had turned his family's modest real estate business into a multi-million-dollar empire. Victor was a man of power and precision, but beneath his polished exterior lay a deep-seated insecurity, a fear of losing control. Isabella Langston, 45, was the envy of Willow Creek. With her striking beauty, impeccable style, and effortless charm, she was the perfect complement to Victor's success. But behind closed doors, their marriage was crumbling. Victor's obsession with work left Isabella feeling neglected and invisible. She longed for passion, for someone who truly saw her. Enter Julian Vega, 40, the town's beloved yoga instructor. Julian was everything Victor wasn't: free-spirited, attentive, and magnetic. His classes at Willow Creek Wellness Center were packed especially with women who admired his charm and calming presence. Isabella, seeking an escape from her stifling life, began attending his classes regularly. What started as innocent flirtation soon turned into a full-blown affair. By late 2007, Isabella and Julian's relationship had become the town's worst-kept secret. They met in secluded spots: Julian's studio after hours, quiet hiking trails, and even Isabella's home when Victor was away on business. Isabella convinced herself it was harmless, a way to feel alive again. But as the months passed, the affair grew riskier, and the lies piled up. Victor, though consumed by his work, wasn't blind to the changes in Isabella. She became distant, spending more time at the wellness center and less time at home. Her phone was always face down, and she started dressing differently: brighter colors, bolder choices. Victor's suspicions grew, but he buried them, unwilling to confront the truth. In February 2008, Victor's doubts became impossible to ignore. A receipt for a romantic dinner at a secluded restaurant fell out of Isabella's purse. The date matched a night she claimed to be at a charity event. Victor's heart sank as he pieced together the evidence: the late-night texts, the sudden interest in yoga, the way Julian's name always seemed to come up in conversation. Victor confided in his childhood friend, Sheriff Daniel Hayes, who urged him to gather proof before confronting Isabella. Victor began following her discreetly, documenting her movements and interactions with Julian. The more he uncovered, the angrier he became. His marriage, his reputation, his life, all of it was a lie. On March 15, 2008, Victor decided to expose the affair in the most public way possible. During Willow Creek's annual charity gala, an event attended by the town's elite, Victor took the stage unannounced. With a trembling voice, he revealed Isabella's betrayal, presenting photos of her and Julian in compromising situations. The room erupted in gasps and whispers as Isabella sat frozen, her face pale with shock. Julian, who was also in attendance, tried to flee but was cornered by angry guests. The scandal spread like wildfire, and by morning the entire town was buzzing with the news. Isabella and Julian became pariahs, their reputations destroyed. On the night of April 2, 2008, Victor was found dead in his home office, his skull crushed by a heavy bronze statue, a gift from Isabella on their 10th anniversary. The scene suggested a crime of passion, and all eyes turned to Isabella. She denied any involvement, but the evidence was damning. Her fingerprints were on the statue, and surveillance footage showed her purchasing a similar item just days before the murder. As the investigation unfolded, more details emerged. Isabella had been seen arguing with Victor the night of his death, and a neighbor reported hearing loud voices coming from the Langston estate. Julian, desperate to save himself, testified against Isabella, painting her as unstable and vengeful. The trial captivated the nation, with media outlets dubbing it the fall of the golden couple. Isabella maintained her innocence, claiming she had been framed by Victor's business rivals. But the jury wasn't convinced. On August 12, 2008, she was found guilty of first-degree murder and sentenced to life in prison without parole. Julian, though not charged, was shunned by the community. He left Willow Creek shortly after the trial, his reputation in ruins. Victor's estate was donated to charity, his legacy forever tarnished by the scandal. Isabella's story became a cautionary tale, a reminder of the dangers of greed, betrayal, and unchecked desires. In Willow Creek, her name was whispered in hushed tones, a symbol of how quickly the mighty can fall. As for Julian, he faded into obscurity, a broken man haunted by the choices he had made. The Langston scandal left an indelible mark on Willow Creek, a town that had once seemed untouchable. It was a stark reminder that behind every perfect facade lies a story of secrets, lies, and the darkness that can consume even the brightest lives.